One of the trendiest haircuts that is out right now is this, and you've seen a lot of people on social media like Instagram and TikTok wearing this type of look. Let's break down what it is, how to get it, what type of products you need, what to say to your stylist or barber, and all of that. So make sure you watch this video the entire way through because a lot of important details. I know when a lot of you will see this haircut, the first thing you're going to want to say is, what do I ask my barber? What do I ask my stylist? So let's talk about who should you be going to first to get this type of look. Is it a hairstylist or is it a barber? So in my opinion, I think this is something more suited for a hairstylist, in my opinion, because a lot of layers are involved, a lot of shaping the hair. There's no clippers involved. There's no fades, anything like that. It's all purely about layering the entire haircut. And the last thing you want is to go to somebody who's going to take clippers to try to cut this. Now, keep in mind, also when it comes to hairstylists, I also don't suggest going to a salon that takes 15 minutes to do haircuts. I'm sure you get the point. You need somebody who really understands haircutting and hairdressing in order to achieve this type of look. So as you can see in the back here, the length is just about to the bottom of the neck, right into this area, right? So you have a little bit of length, and the haircut actually is all balanced and layered. So when you pull the hair out from the head, you can see how long it is. So we're talking the hair back here could be anywhere from 2.5 to 4 inches or so in length throughout the back here, and then it all goes upwards and angles this way. So throughout the sides here, we've got a connection going down this way. This again is very, very important because what you want is you want to have this working in through here. So when you work this back, it may not look like it's blended, but it is actually all part of this. What you don't want is to have it's a solid cutoff right here and then it's all really, really long. This all has to have a flow to it. And then the way that you make it look like it's a bit shorter here is just because by angling it upwards, you're opening this up. So you're opening the shape, and that's what's allowing it to look like this. So as you're working towards the front, yes, you'll see in here, there we go, it's a lot longer than usual, right? It's a lot longer than usual, and some people say, oh, it's in the eyes, blah, 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 I can't see, but that's the style, right? And what you want to make sure that you do, or when you're having this cut, is the length itself, when it's dry, is probably right to about the bridge of the nose, okay? Now, the reason you want to leave a little bit of length for this haircut is that when you blow dry it, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, when you blow dry it, the hair is going to shrink up, especially if you're wearing it a bit on the curlier side. So in order to achieve this type of look where it looks heavier, you can flip it around, it's got some texture, you need to have it longer. If you were to cut the hair up to here, guess what? It's going to shrink up to here, and it's going to look really, really short, and it may not be the style you're looking for. This actually looks pretty cool with it shorter, but you have to have the right shape and the right haircut for it. But since we are talking about this, highly textured, more in-your-face kind of hairstyle, this is what needs to be happening when you want this haircut. So you have to have a little bit of length in the front. The entire shape, right? The entire shape, as you can see through here, is layered. Now, depending on how long your hair is, how long you want it, it really, really depends. The shorter the layers you go, the more it's going to either curl or not do anything. Because if you cut the hair too short, it's either just going to stick straight up or it's going to look horrible. So you don't want to cut the layers too short ever. You want to go for more of a longer layer type of look, which means that, you're cutting maybe a half an inch to an inch or so off the layers, but it's all working into the length. That's what's important. It's all working into this. As you can see, all of this, and this is a good example. I know this is going to look kind of freaky, but when you put the head upside down, right, you can see all of this into here. This is what you're really looking for, is this kind of shape, right, where it goes all the way around, and all of this is textured, and the roundness of it here and the fullness, that's what the hair should look like. It should all be purely just layered like this. It's a good example. So you can see through here the shape. If it wasn't layered, it wouldn't have that type of look. That's why it's really, really crucial. So then when you're styling the hair, you can see everything just kind of falls right into place. You can go with a really, really heavy fringe if you want, or heavy bang area. It's totally up to you, right? But that's the look, right? That's the haircut. Now let's talk about the styling. So when the hair is wet, right, after you're done getting your hair cut, what you want to do is spray in 25 spray, because 25 spray really is the great foundation for styling your hair. It's got 25 benefits. This is great for curly or wavy hair because it's going to help lock in the moisture in the hair. It's going to help detangle. It's going to help fight frizz, fight static. It's going to add some condition, some volume to your hair, very, very light hold and texture. The list goes on and on with the 25 spray. Spray that in, and then you can comb through it to get all the knots out while it's still damp, right? Make sure the hair is still damp because you haven't officially started the styling process yet. The next thing you want to do, depending on how you want to go with the hold, but sea salt spray, this is Tidal Wave sea salt spray. We have changed the packaging and updated the packaging, so it looks phenomenal. This is a must-have for wavy or curly hair. It has the perfect amount of that sea salt texture. It's not like super gritty. It's not overpowering or very, dry. It's literally amazing for these types of hairstyles. If you want to add a little bit of texture or hold and more of a cream type of consistency with the product, then the crafted blow dry cream or styling cream right here is something I would go with. A couple of pumps in your hand, work it through, then kind of work it through the hair, scrunch it. Now here's the next important thing is scrunching the hair with the product, right? So you're setting the hair in place, right? Setting it in place while the hair is still damp. And then once it's scrunched in and the product is worked through, it's time to either one, let it air dry, meaning you're not going to take a dryer to it whatsoever. You're going to keep the hair damp or wet and just let it dry on its own. To me, that's the best way to style hair if it's curly or if it's wavy, because it's just going to do its own thing. Or you can take a diffuser like this. This is the Dyson Supersonic Professional Edition, and you don't all have to use this, but that's what I've been using. And then the diffuser just snaps right on. This is designed to diffuse the heat, so it's not like just a very powerful stream of air that is going onto the hair, blowing it all over the place. This is designed to diffuse the heat and to help focus the air in the areas that you're looking for, so it's a lot softer and the air pressure isn't so strong. And it's just better for curly hair because the way it's drying it is almost like air drying, but just a bit quicker. So I would do this for a little bit. I always end up leaving the hair on the damp-ish side, not like it's dripping, soaking wet. It is somewhat dry, but I do like to leave a little bit of that kind of moisture in the hair and then let the rest of it air dry, because to me, the more you mess with it, the worse it gets when it comes to trying to get like a curly, scrunchy type of look. This can be done on straight hair. This is a mannequin that's got fully straight hair. Using these techniques, using the methods I described as far as styling and cutting is going to help you be able to get this texture and some more volume and some more kind of wave, right? Or an appearance of having the hair looking curly. And that's the direction you want to go in. So yes, this can be done on super straight hair. If your hair is very, very, very curly, you can do the exact same haircut and have the same look, but with a lot more curls. And that's kind of the trend. It's a bit of a longer, shaggy type of haircut. And having curls is going to make it look awesome. If your hair's straight, it's going to look awesome. You can use these scrunching techniques. And if you use code, don't forget, if you use code YouTube20, that's YouTube20 at shop.thesalonguy.com, you get 20% off. And we're doing free shipping on orders over $50. Thanks for watching.